Hello guys, welcome back to Crypto Addict, a channel where we talk all things cryptocurrency. I hope you are doing okay and thanks for joining us once again. On today's video guys, we'll be talking about CalDAO. Remember, the first rule about CalDAO is to talk about CalDAO. So guys, if it's your first time joining us, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you like the video and also share it so this channel can keep growing and reach more people. And you know what happens when we reach more people, which means more people are investing in CalDAO. So on today's video guys, I'm going to go through the tweet which was done by this guy called stillcost.eth. So this guy did some analysis regarding the relationship of CalDAO and TRG banning mechanisms. So this is what he shared on his tweet. Let's dive into the impact that TRG has on itself as well as CALD. The game itself is amazing, but for those that aren't aware of CALD, let me give a very brief rundown on its transaction tax of 0.4%. And he went on to say, CALD has incredible volume and TRG showing equal strength when it comes to volume. But for CALD, the average volume is around 1 million on the decentralized exchange. Recently, an overall average since launch of about 6 million US dollars. Now, what does this mean for bands? Okay, let's hear what it says it means for bands. Now I'm using the word bands, but in reality it's filling the treasury with 0.4% of every transaction. But let's just think of this as an effective ban. So 6 million average in daily volume of CALD equates to 24,000 a day sent to the treasury. In terms of Ethereum, that is 15.2 ETH or 2.9 billion CALD tokens per day. Okay, so let's continue to hear what this guy is saying. That's a lot of CALD because it's been around for 350 days. So that's a total of 1 trillion CALD that has roughly entered the treasury for CALD as an effective ban since inception. That's 15% of the supply. Now, how does TRG play a role? So guys, now pay attention. Let's hear how is this guy explaining the relationship between TRG and CALD. TRG has 10 letters, the rug game, each token with the same tokenomics of 4% tax on every buy and sell. 1% buy and banning of CALD, 1% buy and banning of TRG, 1% banning the letter itself, 1% collected as Ethereum for rewards. Okay, we are going to focus on the 1%, the buys and bans of CALD and TRG, which is 2% collectively, but everything I say applies to both equally. I hope that makes sense. So pay attention guys. By visiting the website, you can see in up-to-date daily 24-hour volume of each of the 10 letters, and that's where I'm going to pull my numbers from. As it stands right now, for example, letter H sits in second place on the day with $21,000 in volume today, while letter T sits in first with 63,000 in volume. This just gives you some basic numbers, but I will be combining all letters. So in total, in the last 24 hours, we have seen about $175,000 in volume across all letters. So that means 1% of that bans CALD and 1% bans TRG, or about 1,750 worth just over an ETH at 1.1 ETH. This equates to 210 million CALD and 1.25 billion TRG just today. Okay, let's continue to hear what this guy is saying because he's sharing some interesting stuff. If this trend continues for a year without changing, with no price action, no changes in volume, we will see 76.6 76.6 billion CAL banned and 456 billion TRG tokens banned. In a year, 1 year, if price stays this low for both tokens, CALT will see 1% of its supply and TRG will see 6% of its supply disappear, of which we know there is no way things can just stay constant. As you can see, what is currently happening in the market, it seems like the bulls are taking over. So these numbers, in terms of the banning, how can I put it? The banning rate, it will definitely increase. Okay, so let's continue to hear what stillcost.eth is saying on this analysis which he did. Now, of course, prices are gonna change and volume is gonna change, but let's assume volume of the letters instead averages 175,000 each instead of 175,000 in total. Well, that means that 10x the bans to 10% of the CALT supply and 60% of the TRG supply. Wow. And I know that the TRG, in terms of the letters, the volume, it will keep increasing, which means the bands will keep increasing. So let's continue to hear what this guy is saying. So this means one of two things. This is going to happen. The prices stay where they are, and unreasonable ban 3x that is left on Uniswap for CALT and 6x that is left on Uniswap for TRG, assuming 10x volume. Or the price skyrockets to balance this out and doesn't cause institutional supply shock and make us all billionaires next week. My guess is that the second is gonna happen with both CALT and TRG. Oh, and I think I didn't mention bribes and staking rewards. This was just letter tokenomics. Personally, I'm gonna stake TRG and CALT and play the letter game. You can avoid this though. That's cool. So basically what this guy is saying is basically sharing the relationship, the banning relationship between CalDAO and TRG. And I think this mechanism of the TRG is going to contribute to price appreciation of the CalDAO. And I think any time from now, CalDAO will be skyrocketing. That one I'm sure of. And considering that in a few weeks, we'll be having the Modulus blockchain going live. So I think any time from now, we will see some crazy movement on the price of CalDAO. So as for me, guys, currently I'm still holding my CalDAO bags. I'm not selling anything because I know that this is just the beginning. Checking that TRG, it's banning CALT, and CALT, they are also banning CALT as they've been banning before. So the TRG, I believe it will also act as a catalyst which will contribute to price skyrocketing, and also the Modulus blockchain which is coming. So I believe 2023 it's gonna be definitely a year for CalDAO, and I think this CalDAO will do far better than what Shiba Inu did a few years ago. And remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my views and opinion for entertainment purposes. Make sure you never invest any money you're not willing to lose in any of the tokens. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, you like the video, and you also share it. Till we meet, guys, at all-time high. Peace.